Welcome to Exam Sale. This script walks you through the syllabus for the HP Aruba Certified Mobility Professional 6.4 HPE exam in a clear and practical way. The exam covers 7 domains with defined weights and expectations to guide your study plan. 6 domains are weighted at 15% each, and the Mobility Master Features domain is weighted at 10%, for a total of 100%, with a mix of conceptual and scenario-based assessment types. Integrate and configure the Aruba Mobile First Architecture components, and Mobility Master is weighted 15%, rated medium difficulty, and has an estimated learning time of 8 hours with conceptual and scenario-based questions. You will learn the Aruba OS 8X architecture and the role of the Mobility Master, differentiate virtual mobility controllers from hardware controllers, and understand how the communicates with managed devices using IPsec tunnels. The domain also covers centralized license management, configuring license pools, per AP licensing requirements, and how license distribution and redundancy affect deployment. Configure and manage Aruba V8 controllers is weighted 15%, rated medium difficulty, and has an estimated learning time of 10 hours with conceptual and scenario-based assessment. You will master device hierarchy and folder-level configuration inheritance on the Mobility Master, assign controllers to groups and nodes, and perform initial managed device setup while validating configuration synchronization. The domain also teaches profile and group management, how AP groups relate to profiles, and using both Web UI and CLI to apply global or local overrides and verify effective configurations. Configure and manage WLANs is weighted 15%, rated medium difficulty, and has an estimated learning time of 10 hours with conceptual and scenario-based questions. You will configure virtual AP profiles, define SSID authentication parameters and VLAN assignment, and manage AP provisioning for multi-SID environments. The syllabus also explains radio resource management, including adaptive radio management settings, channel and band selection logic, transmit power control, band steering, airtime fairness, and interference mitigation techniques. Configure and manage security is weighted 15%, rated hard, and has an estimated learning time of 12 hours with conceptual and scenario-based assessment. You will build policy enforcement firewall rules, create user roles, implement stateful firewall features, and apply time and location-based roles with bandwidth contracts. The domain also covers authentication and external integration, including Radius and TACX Plus, 802.1x workflows, Captive Portal, ClearPass integration, certificate management, and MAC authentication. Configure and manage redundancy and high availability is weighted 15%, rated hard, and has an estimated learning time of 9 hours with conceptual and scenario-based assessment. You will learn AOS 8X clustering benefits, configure cluster membership and profiles, and understand the role of the cluster leader with client and AP load balancing. The domain covers VRRP for controller redundancy, AP fast failover, hitless client failover, Mobility Master redundancy requirements, heartbeat tuning, and backup LMS configuration. Troubleshoot Aruba V8 networks is weighted 15%, rated hard, and has an estimated learning time of 12 hours with scenario-based assessment. You will use diagnostic tools and logging to interpret dashboards, run packet captures via the CLI, analyze authentication logs, and perform spectrum analysis for RF isolation. The troubleshooting domain also covers client association and DHCP isolation, 802.1x and captive portal workflows, roaming and latency analysis, split-brain cluster resolution, firewall impact validation, and AP to manage device tunnel debugging. Configure and manage Mobility Master Features is weighted 10%, rated hard, and has an estimated learning time of 7 hours with conceptual and scenario-based questions. You will configure air match and client match for centralized RF optimization, distinguish air match from ARM, set client match thresholds, and monitor channel and power assignments across zones. The domain also covers application visibility and control with AppRF, application-specific firewalling, web content classification, UCC settings, dashboard monitoring, and costs for multimedia. Plan to invest roughly 68 hours across these domains and balance reading with hands-on labs and scenario practice. Focus on the Mobility Master concepts, security and troubleshooting scenarios, and use official Aruba documentation to reinforce each topic before the exam.